back at you with another video from 80s Nut. Today I have something special. I know I always say that because they're all really special to me. But well, I was looking through some of the boxes in my collection, and all the way in the back I had a tote. I know I told you guys that I do not have. I sold most of my boxed units, and so I thought that I sold most of my box units. I always said that I had a few, but I did not know about this tote. That's a sign that the collection is getting too big, completely out of control. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and show you the WM-F701C, which is Sony's 10th anniversary Walkman. And there it is. It's boxed and it still has its price tag on there. Cool, huh? I mean, the box is pretty nice too. That shows some of the cool features that this Walkman has. Go ahead and open it up. So that's what it looks like. There's a cardboard insert there. Not sure why that's in there, but it is, and it's kind of cool. Now wait for this. This hard shell case. Isn't that really awesome? I don't know if the camera's picking up. I guess it is. So you've got your Walkman logo there, the Sony branded logo. It's a clamshell case. That white that you see there is styrofoam. So they really went all out on this unit. Let me take this out of there. That's kind of what that looks like. And I'll take some of the pieces out. So under the Walkman, let me move the Walkman out of place, is the Walkman bag, the protective bag there. Feels like leather, but it could be pleather. Alright. Below that are some accessories in a bag. Let me take those out. There is what looks like a pocket clip. I presume and assume that this is for the headphones. The headphone wire, obviously. Okay, so there's also this jack adapter. You're wondering, okay, what the heck is that if you haven't seen it already? And of course, the gumstick battery, Sony rechargeable gumstick battery. Alright, now let me pull the Walkman. I will keep it on this so the glass doesn't cause any imperfection in this awesome case. They really went all out. See the chrome there? You see the Sony embedded logo. The chrome. I could run you through some of the features. I'm just right now just showing you the aesthetics. Chrome goes all the way around. So It's actually a quite heavy unit for what it is. It's very small. You would think it'd be extremely light, but it's not. There's a lot of technology built within this unit. 80s technology. Everything is 80s. It's all 80s. But wait, that might be from the 90s. It's still 80s. Okay. So, I'm going to run you through some of the features. A lot of the smaller Sony Walkmans actually have this attachment, which is a headphone jack attachment. It looks like a small slit for a USB slot, but it's actually for this here. It's not very difficult if your Walkman doesn't have this, or if you've misplaced it, or if you lost it. It's not very difficult to come by because all of the high-end Walkmans had it. Of course, they made a ton of high-end Walkmans, so it's still readily available. I see them every once in a while on eBay. This Walkman in this condition becomes very, very difficult to find. Let me see if I can zoom in. What you see there, that's my fingerprints, the oil from the human hands. Alright, now let's go to some of the details. As I said, it's an extremely small unit. I always like to compare the units to a cassette tape. So the cassette's right there. It's actually just a hair larger than the cassette. Not as small as the WM-100s, but this packs a much bigger punch than the WM-100 ever did. So, and if you want to compare it with an actual cassette case, let me grab that. This cassette case. I really like these metal cassettes on a different note. These TDKs, awesome cassettes. I probably have 100 of them. You can never get enough of these cassettes. Okay, now back to the unit. First thing you'll notice is that it has a small LCD screen there, and that's for your digital synthesized tuning. Has your mega bass, has your Dolby noise reduction, your Dolby B and C noise reduction, full remote control. Let me kind of show you some of the, let me show you here, zoom in, I said zoom in but it didn't zoom in, okay. You'll notice that it has the indicator for your auto reverse there, so it lets you know what side you're on, and it also shows you your forward and rewind indicator, which kind of works almost the same way. Your local and DX for your FM tuning. It's got your scan. I'm just kind of running through some of the features that you guys can obviously see on there. And for your mega bass, you see that yellow slider. On the back you have your loop, you have your CR02 and your metal and normal cassette switch, and your Dolby switch on the back there. Let's go ahead and see what's... Alright, so on this side here you have your radio and your on off, which is your stop, and you have your open and key lock for your actual cassette door. We'll open it up and see what this unit looks like. You almost want to say, oh, it's a killer looking unit. I'm hoping that this video actually even gives this enough justice because it's absolutely beautiful. This would be like, for you guys, if it's the first time laying eyes on this, it would be like laying eyes on the first time of the Chevy IROC. Let me open up the small battery compartment there. There you go. Oh, forgive me. It really bothers the heck out of me when I slam any of the doors shut like that. I honestly like to, so I didn't have it up open all the way. The hinge actually has, if you look here, so I don't like slamming them shut because remember I told you guys, extremely sensitive. This piece right there will actually snap off. So what I do to shut it, I'll actually go and open as if I'm opening again, then shut it. And let me open it up. So if you open it all the way up, you'll notice that the hinge keeps it. So I didn't have it open all the way. Good, a little bit of Japanese writing there. If you're wondering what the small slider is right there that says release. Okay, can you see that? Well, what that is, let me, so if you put the headphone adapter, which is there, it kind of looks like that. You would, if you wanted to remove it, don't just pull it out, because you'll snap it. Pull the slider down and it comes right off, and there's a slider there. If you did find this unit, if you have this unit or any of the gumstick battery units, if you're inquiring about the gumstick battery, you're kind of wondering, there are a number of different manufacturers that are now manufacturing the gumstick battery over again. And you can get all sorts of generic brand battery adapters, batteries. There are also a bunch of branded batteries that can be purchased. This is a Panasonic. They all are interchangeable and they'll all work on any of the units. So just a 1.2 volt battery. Okay, I think these are most of the features that I wanted to run through. There's a battery charger that comes with the unit. Nothing fancy, just very simple, kind of bulky. I should have brought out the Panasonic one. Panasonic one is real nifty, very slim, and it has a door, a smoked door, transparent smoked door that comes down and shuts off. But Sony's actually very large and bulky. But nonetheless, it does the job and charges. So that's the charger. Now, I do not like to pull out the headphones. They are wrapped up in the same condition they were from the factory, and I'm going to keep them that way. But let me go ahead and zoom in for you. There you go. the remote there. These headphones are extremely difficult to find. Okay, so that's most of the features that this unit has, and I think I ran through the majority of them. I did tell you that this is a full metal jacket Walkman, which means, and I've said this before, which means basically that the entire case is aluminum. The surface is not anodized, the surface is actually painted, where Sony normally anodizes a ton of their units. This one's painted. You know, I want to show you real quick before we call it quits on this video. There is a battery attachment, which I have a bunch of, and what that does is it attaches here, and that it adapts it so you can actually use a single AA battery. That's what that does. Never attached any battery attachment to this. I'd like to keep it all nice and clean and basically new. Anyway, I'm going to be doing a couple more videos tonight. I've been out of it, and I'm sure this is a horrible video. If you guys did not like it, I apologize. It's really late. Been having a heck of a time at work. There was an acquisition in the company I work for, and there's a whole lot of new adapting to the new regulations and new bosses and new everything else. So there's some getting used to there. Good thing is I met some really cool, well, actually two really cool new bosses that are from out of state. I think that's the coolest thing about that position, is that I met a bunch of really cool new people. Just gotta get used to it. Anyway, gonna ramble on about that, but alright, well, that's the video, and if you have any questions, let me know, and hope you enjoyed it. I'm a little off and rusty because I haven't done video in such a long time. Let me know. Hit me up. Guys, have a good night.